if this is your first time joining in. If you would like, I got my cards here. We will pull some messages here on the full moon energy on that. If you would like a more personal message for you, if you would like to be notified when I go live, when messages are uploaded, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Like the video. This is a way of a strong form of energy transfer, and a reminder whenever you find this video is just right as at the level of energy. Time does not exist. And so you will find that there will be a message here for you whenever that time is. A couple things, and then we'll get into the message here. If you would like a personal reading, reach out, let me know, drop a comment. If you have a specific question you're wanting to know in this reading, feel free to drop that below. Again, contributing your energy, you're more likely to get something specific for you out of this. If you would like to work with me one-on-one, trauma, healing work, inner child work, movement, mindset, meditation, addiction, all the things. Basically just guiding, leading on the things I have healed myself, because life experience is a much more beneficial teacher than reading things in a book, although I have done that as well. I am a bookworm. So yes, I feel like I'm forgetting something. We will extend this message in Patreon. Would love to have you join our private soul tribe. Several live messages like this, card pulls a week from me in there, as well as affirmations, things, guidance, extra tidbits from things I'm reading, learning. I have found for myself over the last several years, as I learn something, I turn around and teach it, share it, because we are more likely for it to solidify, to integrate, to begin something we carry around in our tool belt after we teach it. So yes, with this Aries full moon, Aries is all about the I, and we are in Libra season yet. So Libra is we. So think I versus we, right? How can you follow your passion, that using the Aries energy, that your creative passion fire to lead you, to burn away all the external distractions, to know that we can only give to others what we give to ourselves, right? And so you making yourself a priority is not selfish. It's the most selfless thing you can do. I'm never going to stop saying that. I know sometimes I still need the reminder. And balance here, balancing of me and we, right? Balancing of the spiritual and the physical moving forward. The message that's been coming through since I woke up this morning is stay close to the light in order to feel its full effects. And that just for me has significant meaning as far as holding tight, sticking to these spiritual practices, sticking to what we know on a soul level, remembering who we are on a divine level, right? And that we can't take any of this with us when we go anyway, but our legacy is all about the wisdom we share, the lives we have touched, the hearts we have touched, the kindness we have given. And this is this new awareness, this new awakening, staying close to the light here. We have the phoenix rising, yes, rising from the ashes with this wisdom, integrated wisdom. So we are embodying it and not just talking about it, right? And with that, bright heart, open connections, bright connections coming in. I was just speaking on this in a previous message just a couple days ago in our private soul tribe on we're done learning through pain, and now we are learning through love. The things you're attracting and calling in are going to be a match from a space of your wholeness versus from a place of needing or lack. And so that's going to eliminate a lot of our troubles right there, because we're choosing from a soul level and not choosing from a place of neediness, lack, depletion. We know how to self-regulate. We know that the only security is ourself. The only constant is change. So we're done with the insanity of trying to control things rigidly in the external to keep things the same. Even when things look completely the same, everything is always changing. For energy is energy in motion, right? Emotion is energy in motion, constantly changing. Deep emotions. Speaking on emotions, if there's things you are feeling you thought you already worked through, again, a reminder, healing is not linear, right? It's like a spiral. And also just know you're probably doing a ton of clearing for the collective as well. in this space we're stepping into, walking into, we've been in, but don't expect things to let up. Expect it to continue, but expect your spiritual practices to solidify. And so you feel more comfortable with these shifts, the quickening, but we are simultaneously purging, releasing things, releasing the density, cellular upgrade, DNA upgrade, things we no longer need to take with us, right, as the light comes in, and also integrating, embodying the wisdom we are receiving. So if you are feeling overwhelmed, know that it's time to replenish here. And when you feel full again, you can step back out. Again, that self-care is not selfish. It's the most selfless thing you can do. When we take time to replenish, we can give from this authentic space and releasing expectations, outcomes. We're giving just for the feeling of it. As we're giving, we have no ulterior motives. We're not expecting something from it, which eliminates any resentments that can come from expecting a thing and then not getting it, right? Being adaptable, being flexible, again, knowing that we are both the change and the change maker, right? It's the paradox, one big divine dichotomy we live in. We are both allowing the light to penetrate us and allowing the light to flow. Yeah, flow both to us and through us. We're just a conduit, right? Channel for the divine, and we all can tap in and receive guidance messages. We are all psychic. It's just a matter of doing the healing, the energy work, so you can get to your center, so you can know that again. Remember, you're birthing a new age here, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. And have you answered your deepest calling? Are you following those soul nudges? Are you willing to take the steps long before they make sense logically? In fact, knowing if it doesn't make sense logically, that's in fact probably just the way you should go, because if it makes sense logically, if you can feel safe within it in your mind, know that it's not new. You're probably just repeating more of the same. Keepers of the earth here. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors walk beside you. Those that have already passed, those that you had agreements with before you came in here, know that your ancestors, your angels and your ancestors are so very proud of you. And they're also sorry for any heaviness, harm they may have caused you by passing on these limiting, rigid beliefs. But honor yourself for the changes you are making here. And I got our unicorn deck here. Yeah. Creative solutions. Think outside the box. View things from a higher perspective. Again, know you were chosen. You are here for such a time as this. And then we have ascension flames. I love it. Merge with light. Ignite keys and codes. Yeah. DNA upgrades, cellular upgrades, right? Upgrades, right? What was I just saying? I get so excited when these messages are so on point. I don't know why I continue to be surprised after all this time, but it always surprises and delights me. Yeah. Open your heart here. Love yourself. Dare to be vulnerable. Again, knowing that loving ourselves is the most selfless thing we can do. Trusting ourselves is trusting the wisdom that created us, that intended us to be here, the wisdom that is responsible for all things, that created the water and the trees, the earth, the sky, the stars, is the same wisdom that created you. So it's not egotistical to trust in yourself. In previous generations, in previous times, it was beneficial to convince us to not trust ourselves, because then we were willing to seek that guidance and validation externally, follow the crowd, do what we were told, even if it wasn't helpful, even if it was harmful. Those people, situations, whatever, that told us that being selfish, that being self-centered was selfish, had something to gain from us if we were willing to give up our knowing. They were wanting you to be the answer to their prayer, they were wanting you to do what they wanted you to do. So on some level, they were actually being selfish. They were saying, don't follow your guidance, follow mine, because that's going to make me feel better. It's going to make me feel like I have some sort of control. But no, that's not true. The only control we have is control over ourselves. So time to let go of external validation, rigid beliefs, believing another knows better than you. Time to bring your ideas to life here. I love it. And believe that miracles are endless, real, possible. They aren't some few far between fluke thing. For those of us that live connected to our intuition, connected to our soul, we know, we live, right? We have the lived experience in the miracles that are endless. And again, the more you notice the mystical, the miracles, the more the mystical and the miracles will show up for you. If you have a hard time accepting abundance in the small forms, you will never be able to allow it in the bigger forms, in the bigger things that you are desiring, because it's all one energy. And so if you are, yeah, blocking yourself off from the blessings that are chasing, literally chasing you down on the daily, we just have to have eyes to see and an awareness to know, right? And the ability to slow down and savor the moments. Just to remind yourself of that. Slowing down is speeding up. Surrender now. Maybe make it your mission this week to grab a notebook and just spend one whole day going around and listing all of the things you have to be grateful for here. And be Spirit says sweet results await, because again, what we focus on grows, expands, right? So if we are focusing on what makes us feel grateful, allow the universe to surprise and delight you. And just, yeah, when you wake up in the morning, say, universe, show me how good it can get. Or I intend to see all the things I have to be grateful for today. And then be prepared to be shown those things. Because again, the questions we ask matter, for they determine the answers we get, right? So instead of saying, why is this happening to me? Say, how is this happening for me? How am I going to benefit from this? Generosity, receiving, the lady of the gift. This is the giving, the following our soul, doing the things simply for the joy of it, and releasing expectation and outcomes. And the High Lord of gratitude and service. Beautiful. The lady of the gift and the High Lord of gratitude and service. Giving our gifts freely, releasing expectations, coming from this place of wholeness and gratitude. Already having this list, right? This pocketbook full of, a list of things we already are grateful for. We don't need anything. We know that everything we are seeking externally, the peace, joy, bliss, love, all of that comes from within anyway. And if we aren't grateful for what we already have, the more that we are calling in is not going to satisfy us either. So it's all about acceptance and appreciating where you're at now. So yes, I love that. We're going to dive in a little deeper on that gratitude and ways to stay close to the light, like that first message, or one of the first messages that came through, right? Stay close to the light in order to have the light's effects amplified. So if something resonated for you here, would love to have you join us there. Until next time, I'm sending so much love, friend. I can't remember if I said this already, but the link for the Patreon community is in the pinned comments and the description box below. I hope to see you there. Until next time.